This is my first ride since we finished the Cape Epic 2 weeks ago. 2 days after we finished, I got really sick, chest infection, bronchitis, and yeah, I think stage 6 has been called the toughest epic stage ever to be had during the Cape Epic. And when we crossed the finish line, we obviously stopped our recovery, stopped all our vitamins, didn't look after our bodies, and a lot of riders I've heard got sick. So yeah, back on the bike. It's 2 weeks since I've ridden. It's good to be back out here. On this morning's ride, I'm going to answer a few questions that viewers had asked on my daily videos about just some general things about the Epic, and I'm going to answer those questions while I'm riding this morning. The bike weight, so I'm riding a 2022 Giant Anthem Pro 2 custom build, and on the start line, water bottles, toolbox and everything, the bike weighed 11.8 kilograms. The camera I used on the Cape Epic this year is a Gopro Hero 11 with all my custom settings, a little custom microphone for better sound to cut out all the wind and all that. But on the stage 6 and stage 5, I struggled with all the water, and I need to make a plan B for next time for the sound in wet conditions. But yeah, I used the GoPro Hero 11 with a whole bunch of custom settings. My arm warmers, and why I wear arm warmers in the heat. So just to clear things up, they're not arm warmers, they're actually temperature regulating arm sleeves. So when it's hot, they cool you down. When it's cold, they warm you up, and it works off the sweat on your body. And the main reason why I wear them is my lifestyle is outdoors, and I try and stay protected from the sun as much as possible. So for me, skincare is important and looking after myself, and I've never overheated in them. Mechanicals and how many spares we used during the Epic. So I only used one set of tires, I used one set of grips. I rode the Prologue on a set of grips that were too thin, so I put thicker grips on for more comfort, which helped a lot. I went through 3 sets of brake pads, and after the bad weather, just a general service that we had through USWE. You buy a service package, and every day your bike is taken care of, and USWE did an unbelievable job. Our post-Epic service only cost 800 Rand, or about 50 euros. Take out a service package. A lot of riders arrived this year to self-service their bikes, and they had a very tough time with the severe conditions we had, adding extra stress, extra pressure to their ride when they should be relaxing and not worrying about bikes. So there are a lot of service packages available. I'll leave a few links in the description below. A few essential spares I highly recommend you bringing with you will be at least 4 sets of brake pads, 2 spare chain rings, spare rotors, and a spare chain. These are small, pretty light, easy to pack, and it will definitely help you with unnecessary stress finding these spares during the race. So pack all those goodies, they'll definitely help you, and if you don't need them, you can sell them for some extra beer money. The Cape Epic offer a laundry service, so you can wash your kit every day after the stage. I only allow you to put 1 set of kit in the wash bag. So when you cross the finish line, it's important to have a system in place. Recovery, rest, wash your kit. When you drop off your kit on day 2, your kit from day 1 will be ready. It's a very good service. So you could get away with, I'd say, 3 sets of kit, but I took 4 sets of kit this year, and even with the bad weather, we never had an issue with clean kit. So good to be back out the trails. feel I haven't ridden in 2 weeks. The rhythm and the flow is completely gone. I had a lot of people ask about the Holy Rail system. This is made by Lyne Components. You get this rail, it's totally versatile. You can fit a whole bunch of different things onto this rail. It also allows you that if your bike only carries one bottle like the Giant does, it allows you to carry 2 bottles, or in my case 1 bottle in a toolbox. And during the Epic this year I didn't struggle with the setup at all. I had more than enough liquid and maintained it well. So check it out, link in the description below. Holy Rail by Lyne Components. I kick off my Epic training on the 24th of December for the Festive 500 on Strava. So the goal is to ride 500 kilometers from the 24th of December to the 31st. And then after that, my training plan consists of 10 to 12 hours a week with maybe 1 or 2 18-hour weeks. But we try and incorporate that into stage races, so you do get the stage race training into your legs and longer weekends, longer hours on the bike. My coach Barry Austin has tailored a plan around my work and my lifestyle. Being an outdoor photographer, I'm traveling quite a lot, lots of hiking, so I'm pretty active off the bike, and yeah, it works for me. Is the USWE Pack worth the investment? Hell yes. This was a very big help on this year's Epic, especially when we couldn't reach our bottles on the very rough and technical days. A very cool little thing, an extra added feature on the pack, is to get the magnet. So it just clips on. You don't have to hack to put it into the clip. So I definitely recommend getting the magnet. If you're climbing up a big climb and it's hot, all you have to do, press the button and the pack releases and it cools you down. And it's super easy to fill up and use. So I definitely recommend riding with the USWE Pack. Over the 8 days of riding, I burned about 40,000 calories, which was about 4,500 to 6,000 calories per stage, depending on the conditions and the temperatures. That all changes according to how you're riding on the day, and I will show you next what I rode with me on the bike. A lot of questions about nutrition on the bike, and this is all personal preference, and this is what works for me. So to start off with, I ride with 3 Farbars. These are 110 calories per bar. And a quick little tip, cut your bars, wrappers before you ride. It's just easier to take it out. Another thing I do is I cut the bars in half, so you got one quick easy bite or easy section out, put it back, and it's easier to eat. I also have a drink reminder every 20 minutes and an eat reminder every 40 minutes. So just reminds you to eat and drink. You would not believe it, but you do actually forget to eat and to drink while you're out riding. I use Tailwind nutrition, 1 in my bottle, and I carry 2 spares in my pack, and I'll try and refill this at 2 of the water points. I try and use 1 bottle per water point, 220 calories per packet. In my USWE pack, I use Drip Drop Dehydration Relief. This replaces all your electrolytes. I start off with 750 ml of water with 2 sachets, and at water point 2 or water point 3, I replace that water with another 2 sachets. By the time you get to the finish line, your electrolytes have been replaced. This is a very good product, and I swear by it. For gels, I use Spring Energy, 250 calories per gel. It's not really a gel, it actually tastes like a smoothie. These things are unbelievable. It's also important to know you don't want to eat food that is too solid. You want to try and get something that's already soft and easy to digest, so your body isn't using the extra energy to digest your food, or they can cause any stomach issues. So Spring Energy gels are very good. Also used one of their bars every day, which was 240 calories per bar, which I cut in half and just took a bite off whenever I needed it. And that was my nutrition for the day, and it equaled to about 1,800 calories per stage. So at the water points, I try to keep my food very clean and safe. If I did eat water point food, I just stuck to the Marmite sandwiches just to get a little bit of salt or that taste, and water and Coke. The last water point, I always had a water and Coke mix as my last drink in my bottle. Another question that's been asked a lot is, will I be doing the 2024 USWE Cape Epic? And the answer is yes. I set a goal to do 10 starts and 10 finishes. So next year will be my 10th Cape Epic. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys learned something from this. If you need any other information about the Cape Epic, feel free to comment below and I'll gladly do another video. Now it's time to go ride.